carpet down to our board here. But as you can see, it begins to curve right here at the back. This is the stern. This is the back of the floor. And when you bring it over like this part will fold in like that. You can do that, or you can cut it with just a little box cutter. You can cut it right at the edge as it begins to angle. You can cut it straight out, so that way, when you fold it over, this piece is still free. You can do with it as you wish. I think which is what I do normally, I think this time on this floor, I'm just going to bring it all over all at once and glue it down here, and then probably just fold it over like that. We'll see. I'll try it out first. You could always glue it down and cut later, but if you cut now, that's the only option you'll have. Alright, so I will be using this this indoor or outdoor carpet glue. Picked it up from Lowe's. You can get it at any big box store like that, and it works really well. It will seep through some of this, just a little bit, but it's not a big problem. Once it dries, it adheres to the board pretty nicely. So you can use a plastic spoon that you can get anywhere. Frankly, you can pick it up at the fast food place you go to. Pick up some of their plasticware. You got to pry this open with something a bit more substantial than a plastic fork. Get a spoon of this. It's kind of like a putty, and just apply it to the inside edge. You don't want to go to the outside edge. Just a little bit on the inside edge will do. It's alright if it's kind of thick. There's plenty of this stuff to do the entire board. I'll probably do 2 floors of this. So there you have that. That's pretty well slathered on there. And then what you do from this point is you simply, and you're going to want to have something heavy to set on top of the carpet once it folds over, just to hold it in place for a little bit until it solidifies just a bit more. So you'll take this edge, you'll pull it tight up, and then push down on the glue. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's starting to come through. Here. It's starting to come through already because the carpet's thin. It's outdoor carpet. It's intended to bleed water and moisture through it. So you put it down on there just like that. Press down a little bit. Yeah, I think that might work well. But for now, you apply some pressure to this side, and that'll be good. So I've got a lot of excess material here, and if I fold it over, you would see this is where it begins. If I fold it over, it's going to interfere with this material here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut, not at the board, but just, half inch away from it. The straight line going out. And so you can see the idea is that this can now fold over. But this is still too much material. So I could do something like that a lot easier. So for the rest of this, I'm going to probably do a foot or a foot and a half section. Probably cut it here and then move down and maybe cut it at that bend right there. So that I'm only folding over a small section instead of the whole length of the 7.5 foot floor. So here it is, finished product. It's been sitting for about 48 hours. And let me show you the top side. So I think it turned out pretty well. I had some splinters from the board on the floor and the carpet. Scooped it up, so I'll just brush those off. Looks real nice. It feels soft enough too.